Hiya folks, it's Thor. Thanks for joining me for another shave. Today we have Embark by Soap Commander. This is the spring scent for 2020 for the seasonal scent crew. It was the one I selected, so I'm a happy man. Although my number one and number two scents were awesome, and I think everyone thought that both were so awesome that I believe Soap Commander is or was selling full tubs of the number two choice as well. So if you did like the other scent, I think you might be able to get some, or you may have been able to get some. All right, our brush today is going to be our That Darn Pasteur's, That Darn Rob's brush with the motherlode knot. And we'll just go in for a load here. So as some of you may know from watching my other videos, I live in New York City. Right now we are experiencing a shutdown because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and so I've been working from home and haven't been making YouTube videos, but I've been doing live shaves in my Facebook groups. So I hope everybody watching this is safe and sound with your family and or loved ones. If you are a first responder, medical, if you are working in our pharmacies or our grocery stores or driving our trucks, or collecting our garbage, or doing any one of those amazing tasks that keep society going during this time, thank you. I appreciate it. And we all thank you. And I don't think that's only for America. I believe that will be the case for anybody around the world in those positions. So thank you very much for everything you do. And please keep it up. We're depending on you. Very nice. So tonka, oud, and powder. Smells, I think there might be a floral in it. It's coming out a little bit more than it did in the sample for me, but still very pleasant. I say still because I've always said that I'm not a big fan of florals, although I think Soap Commander, they don't really make a heady floral scent, so it's not cloying or overpowering for those of you who are sensitive to florals, or at least those of you who are sensitive to the same degree I am. It's a nice scent. Almost smells cool. You know, very fresh and nice. Really, really nice take on a barbershop. Unique, but still has that that powdery note that for me really is the hallmark of a barbershop. I think in other videos I've talked about barbershop means different things to different people. In different countries and cultures, they have a different different experience at their barbershops. For example, in America, you might get powder, like that Clubman type scent, as a barbershop. Whereas in Italy, many people might consider more of the almond and cherry scents like Cella of a barbershop scent. So it's not just one thing. And this is really nice. The lather's coming up really, really creamy. I mean, I never have any issues with Soap Commander. You know, I use and love them, but this is like, not sure if they maybe changed the formulation a little bit. But I really like the way this feels. Love the way it looks, and cool, well done. Okay, that's probably enough, since I'm probably only going to do a one-pass shave or a one-pass and a cleanup. I did not want you to think that your buddy Thor has forgot you. So definitely wanted to get the shave in for you today. And nice even downward strokes. And I know I said one pass with a cleanup, but I think we're going to go for 2 passes today. Let's see if I change my mind after the second pass. It's just very relaxing. And it's always good to spend some time decompressing. And for me, that's getting a nice shave in. All right. Okay. And I think I've committed to 2 passes by squeezing up the center here. And we'll just get that applied. So besides back and forth and in circles, another way I agitate is just pressing it in like that. And at least I think it helps agitate the stuff in the center, kind of like a whisk would. Fantastic, super slick, really nice. Loving the scent. It is getting a little bit more floral, so for those of you who like my recommendations based on the fact that I do not usually pick florals, just be aware that this is a floral scent, or it has it's presenting floral notes, at least to my nose. And I'm just washing out that brush. Motherlode not extremely fine hairs. So you really got to get down deep and make sure that's all cleaned out. Most of the time I'd be able to just dry a synthetic brush off like this, but you can see it's still, bristles are still clinging together a little bit because there's always going to be some moisture in there. So I will just hang this up to dry. Tomorrow I'll just take it straight from hanging up and dry it off again, and at that point I would be satisfied with how dry it is. Merrily along our shave here. Feels like I have a long hair stuck in there somewhere. Okay, I found to really get the stubble off of my neck, or the feeling, I have to shave this direction one time. It's not super comfortable for me, but if I can get there, my neck feels super smooth. I guess my hair here kind of grows, thought it just grew up, kind of grows at this angle here below this line. So shaving towards the center really helps in terms of getting it close. I've done that in my past few shaves and really got a great result. So okay, so I have gotten myself, from the kindness of friends, an emergency stash of peach witch hazel by Thayer's. So we're going to use that today in lieu of the coconut water, which I've been using lately. The Thayer's coconut water witch hazel. Oh yeah, just love that peach scent. There's just something about it. Delicious. It's not overpowering or strong or anything like that. It's just very subtle, like you would have in an iced tea or something like that. Really good. All right. Taking apart the razor. Our blade for today is Astra SP. It is laser etched, so you cannot see it too clearly, but I think you can see a little bit in the reflection there. Just wet down, grab between two fingers here, and I'm just tapping, not wiping the blade in any way. Just tap dry, and up here on my magnet. And our Embark will just go up in my little basket to dry. And with a little bit of water here on the corner of my sink, I'll just leave my brass Blackbird down there and let it dry, hopefully oxidize a little bit, and progress up with the patina. So let us finish off with an ice cold splash of New York City tap water. Pat that down and finish up, as always, with Clubman. It's starting to get low, but oh yeah, little feedback today. Nothing major. Starting to fade already, but yeah, fantastic. All right, and with that, I think our shave is concluded. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. I hope your family is safe and sound during this Corona quarantine time, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, don't forget, be generous.